It's Cooking on Wine right here on CRN.
Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the golden age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena Starseed. Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth. This is a portal of possibility for the 144,000 light workers all around the planet to create their own version of Heaven on Earth. And I always do an opening, beautiful invocation where we can just take a nice deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the Christ consciousness return to earth. In the center where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men, the center which the masters know and serve, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Father Sky, and Mother Earth. From the point of light that connects us all, please be here in the sacred circle of light. Om, om, om. And I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii, who is an Emmy Award-winning set designer on Hawaii Five-0. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha, Athena, and all our dear, lovely light workers all around this world right now. And hallelujah to you. I should say aloha to you.
Aloha.
Aloha and ohana. Love and family.
So today we're really talking about how each and every one of us has a powerful life mission and a calling, a vocation beyond a job and an occupation, and how we can take our talents and offer them back to the world and create our own little piece of heaven, returning back to the golden garden of Eden. And as you know, I have been taking a yoga teacher training for the last 3 weeks, and I have had these profound experiences because as a personal trainer most of my life, and an aerobics instructor, I had no idea that yoga was anything beyond exercise or asana poses. And what I have learned is that there is a lot more involved. It's actually a solution to what we have going on the planet right now on many different areas. So Kim, I sent you some of the yoga documentaries, and we were talking last week's show about how some of their yogic philosophies had kind of healed war for 2,000 years with one of these ancient yogic communities.
That was certainly a fascinating discovery, and that it was run without a kingship or a lordship, and a vertical hierarchical structure was absolutely fascinating, and it seemed to be founded on a yogic consciousness. So I'm glad we're going to dive into this subject and understand how...
Let's turn the outside sound on because I can't hear anything.
The yoga union concept of divination and operating in the highest levels of our own capacity is very important. Yeah, it's all about the commissioning of the mission and thereby seeking the vision. Boy, I'm finding it just fascinating.
So I wanted to read you something that I was given by my yoga teacher, and it was a mission statement about what the purpose of yoga is, and I wanted to read it. I thought it was really fascinating. It says, to serve all people, regardless of age, race, religion, or political beliefs, to serve the yoga community by providing the study of yoga and its philosophy, its techniques, and its true purpose, to help improve the qualities of life by providing the education on therapeutic benefits and ancient principles of genuine yoga and the genuine yoga system. A comprehensive body, mind, and spirit program designed to enhance the benefits of yoga using principles of the classical teachings derived from Yoga Korunta. And Yoga Korunta is like the gathering of all of the yogas. It's very, very comprehensive, and it includes all of the different aspects of yoga and the yoga traditions. So I wanted to let you know that I have my master teacher, which is Ren Rasa Yogamaya, here in studio. And my gosh, what a resume she has. I have to read some of this because it's so involved. She has studied under masters including Yogi Bhajan, Swami Satchitananda, many of you guys know him. You can look him up on YouTube. Fantastic. He still has a lot of satsangs that you can watch. And also Swami Ananda Tathagat, which is Swami John. Many of you know him. And also Master Drumvalo Melchizedek, who wrote The Flower of Life, and that's all about sacred geometry, which, Kim, I know you love that. And these teachers imparted the practices of Kundalini Yoga to her, Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Tantra Yoga, Karma Sutra, Tao, Zen, Tibetan. I mean, she's got all kinds of things here, and has been teaching yoga, I mean, probably for more than 35 years. She actually started yoga in a yoga studio in 1997 in Palm Springs and opened up Coachella Valley with all of the yoga principles. And this is really incredible. She was presented the Citizens Peace Award by the World Peace International. And I'd like to actually talk to her about that. So welcome to the show, Master Teacher Ren Rasa Yogamaya.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. It's exciting. It's exciting.
So I am so honored that I'm able to take the class, and I want to thank you for sponsoring the show Heaven on Earth with your yoga teachings, and also to Heal and Soul Yoga, which is Ava's studio. And I wanted to go into a little bit about how you were attracted to yoga and why you started teaching yoga. How old were you?
My mom observed me in the grocery store and shops when I was a child doing stuff, and people would pull her aside and say, "What's your child doing in the aisle over here?" And she had no idea. And someone one day, this was repeated over many years of my childhood, and then someone one day said, "Your daughter is doing yoga." And my mom said, "What's that?" Because she was not familiar at the time. She was familiar with many of the dance arts and different arts, but not what this meant exactly. And so she looked into it a little bit. And then it was her decision to put myself and my sister into dance and the arts and such, to have us evolve physically, mentally, emotionally with art. And that's where it started.
Well, that's incredible. And so you started teaching, what, around 1920? When did you actually start professionally teaching?
No. I've been teaching, it's 22 years now, this year. Professionally, it began in 1997. I was certified in 95 by Swami Tathagat, who was right hand to Osho Bhagwan Rajneesh. Yes, Rajneesh. And but it wasn't exclusively that. From there was a lot more that evolved. But it was 1995. I was certified after a few years of working with him, sitting under him daily, every day. He did become Swami Anand Tathagat, Swami T, as I refer to him. But many people refer to him also as Swami John, as he's now evolved to be. Bhagwan Rajneesh evolved to be Osho. Therefore, we all go into evolution. So from there, the door opened to many avenues of the yogas. So,
okay, that's amazing, because I don't know, like Osho was such a powerhouse, and it was such a I want to say a tradition breaker, and you know, I think of him like a Howard Stern of yoga, like a shock jock to get people out of their crunchy consciousness. You know about him, right, Kim?
Oh yeah, I knew a lot of Rajneeshis, as we used to call them. I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends in that enclave. Beautiful people. Yeah. It was a stunning event. It eventually fell apart to a certain extent, but I've never lost respect for Rajneesh, ever. Yeah. I always regarded him as one of the highest beings that, on a very interesting tangent.
Yeah, many of the Rajneeshis went on, if I may, I hope you don't mind just jumping right in there with you, Kim.
Please.
Yeah, when it's all fell apart, but it all into different seatings, I'd like to say. It went to Oregon, where they built the ashram there. They began that. Then after that, well, from India to Oregon, and from there they went to Bali. Some went back to India. Some went to different places in the United States. So it really didn't fall apart. It just decided to advance and evolve elsewhere in the world. So
yes, I think that's absolutely the way it works, doesn't it? That which seems to disappear just goes into seed form and tends to plant itself somewhere else. And it's a beautiful, exquisite phenomenon. Yes. The diaspora phenomenon of practically everything is handled that way. Yeah, there's a lot of good that had come from Rajneesh.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so one of the other fascinating things I love about your story is how you actually healed yourself. I'd like you to talk a little bit about that and the power of the mind and meditation.
Well, it's been several things have happened through my life that will come out in a future book that I'm writing currently now, alongside with the, it's called The Return of the Yoga Korunta. The focus of the book is on the Yoga Korunta coming back into form. We'll talk more about the Yoga Korunta in a moment. But within the book, I talk about the episodes in my life that I've had about healing. And they're profound. Healings have happened. Little strange little things that will happen, accidents that come either from car accidents or other silly things. But I had a very weird one happen on a full moon about a year and a half ago. And I was told that by professionals that I was going to lose the cartilage in my nose and my face, the right side of my face that you're looking at now, mostly. And over the process of first denial and absolute affirmation of belief of healing, and through the process of yoga that I know, that I've been educated on to share with others and myself, here I am, and it's fine. There's no plastic surgery. There was no laser surgery. It was just breath, meditation, focus, and a lot of aloe vera. A lot of aloe vera.
So when you had that, did you go through an out-of-body experience, being thrown from the car, or like what happened?
It happened all in the car. The out-of-body experience, actually, that's another one. That was
it's a different one.
That's a different one. That one happened before I moved to the desert, actually. That's before I had my true further ascension awakening with Swami T. That was a serious car accident, head-on collision in the middle of Hollywood, Highland and Hollywood Boulevard. Boom. Really strange thing, and the seatbelt yanked me. I had an out-of-body experience until the paramedics came. I could see the whole scene of the car accident, my girlfriend who had been driving still there, the paramedics coming in. But then above me there was also definitely a warm, undescribably warm, loving light of energy and feeling that is, I can only call it by a color like an iridescent blue, to give it a feeling of calling it by color a blue. And then the paramedics shot me into my heart with adrenaline, and I came back. And when I came back, I had to deal through 24 hours of process of observation, as they do here back in the third dimensional linear realm that we live in. So, yeah. That was a big one. But healing from that out-of-body experience, coming out of that, there's gifts that happen to many people. There's many stories I'm so sure that you've had or read or heard before. And mine is definitely here another one to tell you, absolutely, that I was given more clarity in terms of my path and who I am and where I am right now.
So when you got that clarity, was it a visual movie that you saw, or was it a conscious knowing, or did an angel say to you, this is what you're supposed to do with your life? How clear was that? It was
light, it was color, and then it just was a resonating like a vibrational oneness. It transcends between sound, color, light, energy, feeling, all as one. It's very indescribable because it's very unique. And each individual on the planet, when they have these experiences happen to themselves, you can talk to them and they'll tell you it's similar, but it's unique unto itself. So it's hard to get any further descriptive than that. But it was radiant, it was loving, and I felt very, very sure of myself after that. Very sure of myself, who I was.
So that was almost like your download of self-love.
I would say that, absolutely. A download of self-love. I love the term download. Yes, it was, and I still receive many downloads from Mahabindu, our crown chakra, where that comes in. That's where it comes from. Yeah. Okay, well, that's incredible, because the people who've never had a specific download, it is a rush of energy, like a waterfall coming through the top of your head, and it was like pouring information, like into your mind, body, consciousness. And so, you know, most people are on a quest for self-love their whole life. How do we love ourselves? And definitely in near-death experience, most people come back and they do say they have greater amounts of self-love. All right, this is Athena Starseed. This is a show called Heaven on Earth. I have my gorgeous co-host Kim Hix all the way from Hawaii, and we are celebrating the life condition by putting our heart chakras out to the universe and creating our own personal heaven on earth. We will be right back on CRN Talk Radio after these commercial messages.
Hi, everybody. Michael Horn from CRNTalk.com. You know, we provide you with the best in talk radio. 8 channels of talk radio, from radio on the left, radio on the right, sports talk, business talk, religious talk, Spanish talk, you name it, we've got talk radio for you. All at CRNTalk.com. Well, now we'll bring you video as well as audio. That's right, watch your favorite shows like The Robert Conrad Show, The Fred Dreyer Program, What's Cooking Today, What's Cooking on Wine, The Lounge, and so many other shows in video right at our website, crntalk.com. You can also watch us on Roku. Just search CRN Talk, and you can watch us on Roku on any TV anywhere in the world. Also on Facebook Live. Go to facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Roku, search CRN Talk. Check us out on Tiki Live and at crntalk.com. Video for you talk fans, all from CRN Talk.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
We are the debt destroyer. Any debt you have, credit card, tax, student loan debt, call now to get our free report that tells you how to destroy your debt. It's a great resource. Plus, when you make this free call right now, we'll have a debt destroyer expert ready to help you. They can show you how they can help you destroy your debt and get your life back on track. Debt problems don't have to be overwhelming. You can live stress-free and debt-free. Credit cards, medical bills, IRS tax problems, even student loan debt. Learn about free programs offered by the credit card companies, hospitals, and even the government that can help you slash your debt. Call right now for free information, including our Debt Destroyer Guide, a $300 value, yours free. Call right now.
800-515-6348. 800-515-6348. That's 800-515-6348.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a series called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha.
And I have a very exciting guest, my yoga teacher. I'm doing teacher training with her, and she is a master yoga teacher, and she certifies teachers all over the world, and mostly in Southern California. I'm so lucky that she's actually teaching me at Heal and Soul Yoga with Ava's studio, and we address her as Ren Rasa Yogamaya.
Yes.
Satnam, thank you so much for coming.
Hariom Satnam.
And I wanted to go into the Citizen Peace Award that you won, and you were awarded by the World Peace International. Tell us a little bit about that, because you've had a huge impact.
Well, when I moved to Palm Springs with Swaminathan Tathagat in mid-90s, there was no yoga center in Palm Springs, none. And yoga had floated in and out. There were some yoga teachers floating in and out from the evolution of the time. And this was the burgeoning period where things were beginning to open in terms of Mother Earth and Father Sky and the child within all universal flow of human beings, beginning to open our hearts towards the ascension of awakening. It was the mid-90s. And Swami and I said, well, it's time. Let's do this. So we were opening up, and we had Bodhi Ren Yoga, which was Palm Springs' first yoga center. Along with that was a community and events that had to develop. And so I decided, near the connection to the UN's celebration of world peace, that in the fall that we should do this in our community. Why not? And introduce different modalities of healings and different vendors of higher conscious, healthy lifestyle to the Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley, because it was open to the entire Coachella Valley, not just Palm Springs, but was focused in there at the time. There was a nursery called Palapas of Araby Cove at the time, which is a huge outdoor nursery with palapas, these huts where resident artists would be. And I had on the property what was called the Rose Garden. And that was like the center of the property. It was about an acre and a half, 2 acres of property land. And that's what was the site of the first World Peace Day Festival for the Coachella Valley, for Palm Springs. So having done that, inviting people to speak, inviting people to share, and all the good of that, I had the acknowledgement. I was blessed to have that acknowledgement for presenting that to the public.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Kim and I are always talking about world peace starts with inner peace. And if we can create and cultivate that inner peace and that union with our higher self and our universal self, we can then connect to our Mother Earth and to the brothers and sisters on the planet. And Kim, go ahead and jump in there.
Well, I'm fascinated by the inner workings of the being, that we are all microcosms of the great cosmic soul itself. So this idea that we're separate from, or that we're on the left side or a right side version of the universe is sort of foolish. It falls away as we understand more about personal integration, which can lead to universal integration. That's why I'm so fascinated with the yogic thrust, because it's an upliftment for all of humanity. And we jump from the personal to the collective by being personal. There's no other way. It is actually your embodiment that is counting in part for sustaining the entire universe. I find this absolutely fascinating subject. And I want to add to it that the left brain and the right brain function fundamentally differently. It's almost like the right brain is holistically, seamlessly attuned to yogic consciousness and the universal union of all beings, while the left one is devoted to the linear sequential aspects of consciousness and separation and delineation, and is always kind of frustrated. And that's the kind of ego side of Western civilization that's caused us a lot of difficulty. When you just find, if you just open up and relax and allow the spirit to flow through, that you do become running water in the universe, just a flow of beautiful energy. And we don't need to be entrapped by my name, my job, my career. All of these things fall away, and the seamlessness of yoga, yogic union, and that bringing that home is just exquisitely wrought. So I'm thrilled you're studying with her. This is just great. I can't wait to learn everything I can learn sideways from you, Athena, as I always do. Yeah. I salute you.
I've been sharing a lot of the class and the notes with Kim when I finished. So, okay, we are getting ready to go to another commercial break. This is a show called Heaven on Earth, and today we are talking to Ren Rasa Yogamaya, a master teacher, and all of the benefits, the wonderful, yummy, delicious benefits of yoga, which weight loss, yoga therapy, reducing blood pressure, increasing circulation, meditation aspects, reducing stress. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So when we get back, we're going to really dive into more of Korunta yoga, which incorporates all the different yoga aspects. So stay tuned. This is Athena Starseed and Kim Hix, and we'll be right back on Heaven on Earth. If you like the channel, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Blessings.
Come to Angela's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angela's and Vinci's. Come to Angela's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you will never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins, plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, zeblis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angela's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. All at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? they can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Pray.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host Kim Hix all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha.
And then we have in studio guest my incredible teacher Ren Rasa Yogamaya, who has been teaching yogis all over the planet and in Southern California. And I just wanted to go back a little bit to Mother India, because I've been doing a lot of research on India, and a lot of ancient technologies have come out of there. And Kim and I were talking about 2,000 years of a group of beings that were not governed by politicians, and they were not, they were not in a specific religious order. They were just following the practices of yoga, and they were in peace, and they didn't have any war. And so I wanted to mention that the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, declared about 3 or 4 years ago, the National World Yoga Day. And I think it's on June 21st. And he was really wanting to expose yoga, which is not a religion. It's a system of technology based on science, to the world, to get people in harmony with who they are, their mind, their body, and spirit, yoking them with their higher self. So as he's a yogi himself, going back to ancient traditions, I want to talk about Korunta yoga and the history of that with Ren.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, it's a very vast subject. So this is part one. Today.
We'll be doing a series, yes, every month. We're
so that's exciting too, because it will feel that when you always say, well, there's never enough time to talk about something. We will have enough time here, and feeling blessed about that. Okay, the Yoga Korunta are these ancient scrolls that existed way longer than man's own ascension of dirt, so to speak, until man came about. But it talks about all the yogas now that we can refer to that are yogas, the union of the path of mankind's existence towards a better life, towards living, loving, and healing. And ancient scrolls, and they were found in the mountains of the Himalayas. Trimalu Krishnamacharya, the lineage of where this came from, he is the father of modern yoga. And if you're a yogi out there, or you call yourself a yogi and you're in love with yoga, if you don't know who this man was or is, please Google, find out right away. He traveled into the Himalayas to search of this teacher, and this is a long story. I can also seed back about his origins as a child, how he had his awakening to go on this journey. But he went to the Himalayas to find his teacher, who presented the book to him, and they studied there for many years together. And out of that, he found that there were approximately 84,000 species on the planet, and correlating with the species and the movement of our body's function and our mind and spirit, 84,000 as well, asanas and possibilities of combinations.
Wow.
To which he retained approximately 4,000 of these well enough when he came down after his long year's journey of studying with his master, coming down to begin to administer it into India under royalty, to king's court, and to many, many. So that's where the seeds began. Now from there, fast forward a little bit into the 20s, two relatives that Trimalu Krishnamacharya had was BKS Patabi Joyce, BKS Iyengar, excuse me. Sorry about that. And
I wanted to say this is the book that tells the history, right? We have
yes.
This is the book we read in our yoga teacher training.
The Heart of Yoga. This is written by TKV Desikachar, who is Krishnamacharya's son. And Desikachar has just transitioned no more than, I guess, under 2 years now. But in the family, there is also Patabi Joyce, who was more famed now to be the father of Ashtanga Yoga, which is only one yoga of 9 yogas within the Yoga Korunta. And also BKS Iyengar, who is Symmetry and Alignment, and also in his own right has written many beautiful, beautiful books about yoga as well. And they took their lineages into different directions. Kundalini Yoga is also one of many 9 yogas within the Yoga Korunta, has remained the same. And the, respectfully so, the 3HO Foundation that was founded by Yogi Bhajan, who came to the United States in the 60s, also protects and shares this yoga correctly in its own right, and that has not morphed and changed. But most of the Yoga Korunta has branched off into different directions. There are just a sprinkle of Krishnamacharya's teachers, student teachers that he had that are still alive, that still in their own right share the Yoga Korunta correctly in terms of how it's taught today. But it's starting to fade, and there's a few of us that are still left on the planet that are bringing it back and filling in all the potholes that have been kind of disturbed along the way, so to speak, with the yoga teachings.
So that's absolutely incredible, and I am honored and proud to be in this incredible ancient lineage. And I found documentaries on his life and his son's life, and watching the yoga evolve and watching how he was actually curing diseases. And I didn't know yoga was a therapy. Can you talk about that?
Yes,
you're a yoga therapist as well as a yoga instructor.
Yeah. Even though these postures are, created for the ability of the body, mind, spirit to be able to flex and stretch and work, you are also stretching, working your cosmic body chakras, which are in tune with your body organs. But that's only one set of chakras. You also have 2 other sets that modern yoga does not popularize or teach today. They'll all know the one set. So with the study of understanding your client, your student, or yourself, you can, not magically, but correctly, prescriptively, take these asanas, take the practice to, based on your intention, take it to heal yourself in any necessary way that it has to happen. And it does, but it takes a little time. You have to learn to breathe properly. You need to learn under a teacher that can guide you to put you on the right track. Krishnamacharya has said, many of all my master teachers, all good yoga teachers will tell you that you can't learn yoga by simply reading a book.
Right. You can't learn to swim by reading a book. Right?
Yeah. The healings are absolutely phenomenal. The healings seem miraculous, but they're real. And they can be authenticated and checked out by modern medicine out there anytime. And thankfully, because of the evolution, the growth of all yoga, and all yoga has purpose, by the way. I don't believe that only the Yoga Korunta's path, but it does speak of the foundation of all yogas. It is the source of all modern yoga today. All yoga, current yoga, if you're calling it aerial yoga, if you're calling it ski yoga,
aquatic yoga,
all aquatic pool yoga, yes, as well, classical, otherwise, all yoga has purpose because it takes the direction of people to speak to spirit, to open up for their particular need or path for healing, transformation, what it should be.
One of the other things, Kim, I wanted to share with you that we learn in class is that Ren takes us into the cosmic flow of the spheres. So she knows the astrology of the day with the sun and the moon cycles, and then she looks at the different chakras they correlate to, and then she looks at the Bidra mantras, which are the sounds, and then she looks at the mudras, and then she looks at the yantras, which are the pictures. So you have the asana, which is the pose, the yantra, which is the vision, the mantra, which is the sound, it's like it's all inclusive, and I want you to talk about that because we are actually lining up our frequencies and our cosmic sound with the universe, and so that we're in harmony with the celestial sphere. So talk about that, how astrology and everything fits.
Athena, first I have to tell you and the audience is here, I'm so glad to hear that. I know that you're learning. That's correct.
I'm paying attention in class.
She described this correctly, yes. If we believe, most of your listeners, in different modalities towards a higher conscious existence on this planet, whatever your path is, that we are all one, then therefore the Yoga Korunta speaks of the same thing, that all things are connected and are bridged together as one. Everything is connected, so the teachings of what Athena just described within the Yoga Korunta is a path of building the blocks, but one block is not separate from the other. They're all connected, and they do cohesively come together so that it becomes this understanding of oneness. One that, once that matrix happens, and each individual has their unique matrix of timing when this happens, that aha effect, either by physical experience, emotional experience, ethereal experience, color vision, whatever it should be, your path of awakening, that happens, then you know that the yoga has become one within you, and you are it, one as yourself with it, and it works, and it does heal, and it does transcend.
And I want to say she's also very psychic. So when we came into class with the students, she's just like, oh, I can see that you're a Pisces and you're a Libra and you must have Virgo over here. And then she's like, and I'm like, how do you know all of this? And somehow the way we are applies to our astrological sign, and then our rising sign, and then our moon, which is our mood, and then the Hatha Yoga, which I never knew. Ha means sun and Ta means moon. And so the sun and the moon are different ways to cosmically breathe. And when you're in those sun and moon cycles, if you do a different asana depending on where the moon is and the sun is, it has your flows open. And when you have flow open, you don't have a block in the energy, which creates dis-ease. So let's talk about that. Where's the sun and the moon right now?
Well, by no coincidence, I believe we are in, the moon right now is in Scorpio. Scorpio is
Kim, Scorpio.
Water sign, and Scorpio is found in your second chakra, Svadhisthana, the abdomen, the lower back, and that rules all the organs, the fluids of the body are represented there. Then there are separately the characteristics of the planet Pluto that rules Scorpio, and then the characteristics of the character of the sign itself. But that's going on to another tangent. I don't want to go there. The sun right now is in Aquarius. So
Yay, Aquarius.
Our Sanskrit word describing Scorpio is Vrishika, and our Sanskrit word describing where Aquarius is Kumbha. So we have Chandra Vrishika and we Surya Kumbha. Today.
That's beautiful. And so when she's describing to the students to be teachers one day, we need to consider where the sun and the moon are, and then consider the signs of our students, and then line them up with specific yoga poses, these asanas, that would help them open their flows with these celestial bodies. And it's amazing how the signs above us. It says, as above, so below, so within, so without. It's helping us be in this cosmic energy with the music of the spheres.
Exactly.
And that leads us to also the sacred geometry behind the colors in our diet and how they affect our aura and our chakras. She's written this incredible book, Eat by Color, which is very comprehensive on every different yoga, what the sun and the moon cycles are, the different sacred geometries. Can you talk about a little bit about your book?
Sure. Eat by Color is the title, but the full title is Eat by Color, Foods, Colors, and the Chakras. If I were to take the last chapter out of the book, it would be called Live by Color. And I did a meditation on the focus before the onset writing of this. Back in 2009 was the first edition, second edition 2011. There will be a third edition coming out soon. I sat down in a meditation, observed that, well, I'm doing this myself. I might as well teach it. I'm living my life through color and daily exercises and practices with food and such, and meditation and the chakras and yoga. Why don't I put this to teach and use it as a tool book to complement the teaching and share it also for the masses? I wrote it so that a intelligent 10-year-old could follow it, really. But it doesn't speak to all people, whoever's path comes across to it. If it speaks to you, then it's correct for you. The book is all in color. You can't, no one can.
Gorgeous. The book is beautiful.
I couldn't write this book without doing it in full color, therefore also the publishing of it the way it has to be. And I started with meditation May of 2009, sat down for everything that needed. Everything just flowed through me. August of 2009, it was done.
Wow.
I couldn't do it alone. I have to give credit to Ian Todd, who helped construct the book on the technical aspect of it with me, because he was more of the more technical person on the computer that's much more fast and intelligent with that, and I am not that great. I'm a communicator, I'm a writer, but I'm not knowing my way around working.
And you're a psychic and a channel. Don't play that. She can read your mind sometimes in class. She's like, you have a question, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in my head. I gotta like quiet my mind right now going to class.
Okay. So the book talks about the experiences. There's the chapter, each chapter prepares you for the next, just like yoga. Each yoga posture prepares you for the next pose, the next pose. Each chapter of the Eat by Color book on the chakras prepares you for the next, the next, the next. And where would you like to start on
Well,
that?
Okay, first of all, she goes over the colors, she goes over the chakras, she describes the Kundalini force, the sun and the moon cycles, what the planets are, the astrological effects, what foods affect different chakras, and how to eat by color, and also, too, how to dress by color and enhance what colors that you want to bring out in your chakras and your aura. So let's talk about that. How does color affect our life?
Well, interestingly, it's all around us, and unfortunately, with the head going down these days into texting or reading, whatever's in our hands, these devices these days, when we're putting our heads down, we're going into a very linear work of what's going on with our technology, and that goes into our hands. Interestingly enough, our crown chakra is pressing up, but based on your focus and intention, you're going to be more on your root chakra in terms of dealing with these things. So, I'm sorry.
We were talking about color and how they affect when you're wearing color and you're eating colors and the sacred geometry of the chakras opening.
So if you were looking down, and if you were focusing instead on your crown chakra, the crown chakra can be the very top of your head where manas flows, and that crown chakra, that name is Ajahn, the Sahasrara, the crown. Then there would be downloads of information with your breath and your focus, your intention on your heart. And that would be giving you a foundation of what you wanted to do. White is the foundation of where we began with this focus on color. White is not necessarily a color, but I have more to say about that after the break, I guess.
Yes, white is super powerful, and I see you're in white today, which shows your beautiful, radiant purity and how she's receiving all of the colors. So this is a fascinating book. I recommend that anybody who's interested in healing their body, their mind, their soul, and being in tune and opening up their cosmic flows to higher levels of sentient cities and sentient dormant powers, to go ahead and jump into this book, Eat by Color, by Florence Ren Figueroa. And right after the commercial break, we'll be right back with more from Heaven on Earth.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. We're into the new year, new challenges, new people and places. But isn't it good to know that some things remain the same? And that's Columbo's. Columbo's is something you can always count on. Great steaks, the finest fish, Columbo's family Italian specialties, jazz every night, and the world's greatest meatballs, and service that makes you feel at home. What's surprising is that Columbo's has been doing it right since 1954 and still going strong. And Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It's time to make your reservation. 323-254-9138. 323-254-9138. Columbo's. You know, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Manja.
Destination, South Point. 11 great restaurants, bingo, bowling, movies, race books, sports books, spa, live entertainment, oversized rooms, and the rates unbeatable. The South Point Las Vegas. Book now. Online at southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. At the South Point Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
This is Athena Starseed, and we are back with a show called Heaven on Earth, and we were talking about the solutions to our current modern-day problems. And I have discovered yoga, and I have my incredible master teacher, Ren Rasa Yoga, with me, who has been certifying yoga instructors and helping people align their body, mind, and spirit with their higher self. We came off of this wonderful book you wrote, Eat by Color, and we were talking about how it correlates to the chakras and the spheres and the day, and also your breath.
Okay. Yes, breath is very important. Continuing where we left off, with the white of the universe and ethereal energy that we rise above the atmosphere of our beautiful planet, that is also within us, around us. Prana is everywhere. And therefore, when we take a deep breath, we're pulling in, God consciousness, call it spirit, call it light, call it love, call it what you want to call it. It is all of that. No one word can describe it perfectly as it is. Prana, that divine force of the universal flow, comes in, and as we exhale, apana gives us the empty space to fill up more prana. So rashaka is the exhalation, technical exhalation of your breath going out, but it's apana that empties so that more prana can come in. And the movement of the science of yoga is what helps facilitate that to the physical aspect of you, spirit in your body.
So when you exhale, are you detoxifying your mind and your body? Is it helping you stop your thoughts when you're exhaling, discharging all of that chatter?
It can be if that's what your focus, your intention is. It doesn't have to be. It can be on focusing of an emotion that needs to be cleared. It can be about focusing on negative thoughts that are running rampant through the mind. It can be also to suppress or bring a balance into overt aggressive action, overt sexuality even, anything that needs to be calmed down. But also it will build prana and proper energy for digestion, for well-being and healing.
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so you were going to tell us about the colors of the day and the chakras of the day.
Yes, for example, so if our moon is in, listen carefully, Kim, if our moon is in Scorpio, back to your second chakra, Svadhisthana, the color is orange. And not exclusively are we talking about just orange fruits, vegetables, and spices and such, but there's a little bit give and take in terms of the other type of foods that are out there, including animal protein. If people are still with that, but we predicate on vegetarianism more so than anything else, but it's more healing and more optimal results with that, really. So that's your second chakra. That's one color of the day. The other one, because our month, the moon is in Aquarius, and therefore that would be our universal flow.
Sun.
The sun, excuse me, did I say? The sun is in, thank you. Lady here, very good.
The moon is in
Yes.
the
moon
sacral
is
chakra.
in second chakra. The sun, the month is in Aquarius, and that would be our lilac white, from indigo blue from the third eye to lilac white and beyond. So those colors of blueberries, blackberries, those delicious fruits and vegetables, not red cabbage, it's actually purple cabbage, combined with your color. We'd have to find out your color, and we'll get into that maybe more so in detail next time.
Yeah, February.
But those are the colors of the day that everyone can tap into universally for today.
So beautiful. All right, so we have union with our soul, we have also union with our planet, and we have union with our people. Kim, you have any closing remarks of this wonderful, juicy show about yoga?
My food of the day is orange by intuition alone, so I think you're beautifully correct about this. I'm just thrilled. This is just a great direction we're taking here, and I'm a firm believer, even though far away from understanding it, of the yogic union of full consciousness for all sentient beings and a whole universe of consciousness. This is our heaven on earth here. So I love that we're going at it. Thank you so much for showing up and guiding us on this.
Thank you so much for being our guest today. This is Ren Rasa Yogamaya, and you can go to her website, renyogamaya.com, and you can order this book. This is an incredible book, and she's going to be back for a series all the way up until April. We're going to do back February.
In the meantime, follow the masters, not the masses.
Aww.